Welcome back, everybody. I'm Stan.
And I'm Ard.
And we're with The Basement, and we're continuing doing audio work over lost audio capture. So we're just kind of watching, hanging out, and we're really not talking about what's going on in the game much at all.
We're working on audio. Not what we need to do. We're not the audio you need or the audio you deserve. I don't know. It felt right, but it wasn't.
Okay.
Chicken lip. Okay.
Anyway, we were talking Marvel Cinematic Universe when we left off.
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. I enjoyed Luke Cage. I'm very glad that they supposedly did a very good job with the next chunk here.
Well, the next chunk too is like it is very well thought out. It's planned well, and like they have a villain come in, and the way he's handled and the way it happens towards the end, just I really appreciated that. I won't spoil it because people probably haven't seen it up to this point. So, but all throughout, the characters feel very genuine and like they fit well. There are some I feel like it toned it. With all of them, I feel like it toned it down probably an episode or two. But that said, it was still
well, that's kind of just the nature of the beast, I think.
Yeah, I mean I feel like they could still flesh it out well, but I understand they wanted to spend a little more time with it. There's some just pandering.
And that isn't the end of the world.
No,
I mean,
I'm not going to fault them for that. Like I say, it's like, there are some points where it's just like, okay, I'm alright, I just want to see what happens next, just come on. But other people will probably love that. And that's the hard thing when, like, making films, making music, making YouTube videos, is just, there's a point where you have to wonder if is this funny, or is this interesting, or is this just stupid, waste of time? I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste my time. But that said, I also want to be funny. So, is this funny?
I don't even think about being funny. To be 100% honest. I just, whatever.
I guess not funny, captivating. There we go. Am I captivating you?
I just kind of chillax and do whatever I'm going to do. And
yeah, but, I don't want to, like, waste people's time and come in here and be like, what's this? This is cool. And then, like, 5 minutes in.
Sometimes I feel like taking a nap, so if somebody wants to watch, if you want to turn on, like, okay,
the soothing sounds of Stanaway.
I'm pondering what would be a good one. If this is what I'm suggesting you can do is you could take the D&D playlist, because that I think is probably our longest playlist right now.
Uh-huh.
Wind Waker was arguably before, but I'm sure D&D is probably longer now. Just take that. When you go to bed, hit play, on the playlist thing. Go to sleep listening to us. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Also,
maybe you'll wake up in the morning and have had a dream about some stupid shit that we said.
Oh man, that'd be a weird dream.
Yeah, it would.
I directed Chuck to it, but I'll direct everybody else to it. The episode Ropes and Ropes of D&D. There are 2 parts. Were pretty funny, in my opinion. But it gets weird and sexual. It's great. There's also with their D&D stuff, you don't have to necessarily know what's going on. You can jump into any episode. I mean, it helps, but it's not like
it's not necessary.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on half the time.
Well, I can tell you as the DM, they don't have a clue.
Yeah.
There's been clues. Some of them they've missed. Some of them they're just not paying attention to. Some of them they think are other things. But whatever.
There's a long, expansive story that we kind of barely grasp, but we don't really.
Things will eventually start coming into view. But yeah, right now they're still pretty oblivious.
What level? We're at level 4, so we still are. We haven't gone very far. We've taken a while.
Are you guys level 4? Or are you level 5 now?
We're 5 now. That's right.
Okay.
But I mean,
well, some of you are level 5.
Yeah, we have a ways to go yet. But that said, it's not that we haven't been doing stuff, it's that we have a tendency to dink around. Even when we play long sessions, we spend hours on end just bantering.
There is a lot of dinking around, and that's just a fact of life. I don't have a problem with that.
Most of it's quite entertaining, I was going to say. Some of it is Guy, being all like, he'll be handsy with you, but every so often he say a quip.
every so often the moon will rise, so to speak.
Yeah, you're talking about his ass. But and then every so often Jory will try to math, and it'll make you hurt in the brain.
Oh, that kind of hurt.
Just punched the table.
Anytime Jory does math, you just need to put the question marks and exclamation points over his head.
I could do that too.
Because he, and it's not that Jory can't do math. Jory can do math.
He tries to think every single possible scenario while he's doing that, and it just takes him so long.
When you watch the characters video, which should be showing up on the channel well before this video does, but maybe not, who knows. When that does pop up and you get an opportunity to see it, I'll explain a lot more about Jory. And it's not just Jory's character, it's the kind of player Jory is, and that's what we get is...
Yeah, we all have our quirks. Like,
yeah.
With me, like, mine is that I will not pay attention. I mean, I try to, but then there'll be a point of just, or actually no, with me, it's like I have a tendency not to learn. Like, I'll do the same thing like 5 times. I've just seen for this playthrough. Like, it just doesn't click. And then when it finally does, then it's fine. But up until that point, it takes me forever.
As a DM, I try so hard to not be just like the rules Nazi DM, where I have to look everything up.
Yeah.
But the struggle I have is when you're running a group that's as expansive as this one, if I don't rules lawyer a little bit, it's going to come back to burn me because of the party.
That's when you just have a sudden Baylor appear. Just repel from the ceiling.
Yeah, well, I did that already.
That's true, we did.
Just like, no, you're not going in there.
We want to go this way. Like, there's nothing down there. Yeah, we want to go this way. Okay, this is in your way then. Okay, we're going that way.
Okay, we're not going this way.
Yeah,
and that's the other thing. The other struggle I have with this large of a group is like I can't really free world it. Where you guys have some freedom and you have some freedom of choice, but I have to railroad a little bit.
Well, I personally like linear, to a point, linear games and linear things because I have a tendency to get so sidetracked and then lose interest.
Right.
And I feel that we would do that too. Like with our D20 campaign, if you want to look at that, we had a tendency to just, hey, what do? We find guns, we find gas, and then we just do the same thing over and over because we just had no imagination to it.
Yeah,
until you gave us options, then we actually were able to choose.
It's required of me. I feel
to robot with sleeping truck. That's what it was.
To railroad you guys a little bit. So
makes sense.
And so be it. Like I said, I can't make it. I could make it open world. If it was a small party, I'd be more than happy to make it open world. Mm-hmm. But because it's not.
Yeah, you have to very, very hastily guide us every so often in these spots because we have a tendency to just wander.
And it's hard because part of it is what's obvious to me as the DM is not necessarily what's going to be obvious to you as the player. And that's I find that to be one of the hardest things in because it's completely homebrew. There's nothing that I've done in the campaign to this point or moving forward that is, an actual release module.
You're not taking from a story or the campaign from someone else necessarily. You're using. Well, actually, no. You're not even using characters from other things necessarily.
No, not really. I mean, I'm using the D&D rule set, but
yeah, and it's 3.5 by the way. If anybody hasn't watched it.
Yeah, it's just it's the nature of the beast.
I can only imagine how many frustrations we've given you when you're like, "Hey, you should probably do this," and we're just like, "Nope, we're gonna do this, totally separate," and then everything you just planned, it's gone because we just skipped over this whole section.
There's things that I've skipped to where I'm just like, no, I'm not. I don't have the patience for this.
Well, I got to the point where we're like, let's explore more of this dungeon. And It's just more rooms. It's fine. Let's just go. Okay.
Yeah, it's you reach that point, and it's just the way it is. And
To put it in perspective, too, of our sessions, I get probably, say, 15 episodes out of a 4 or 5 hour chunk. So that's not much.
yeah,
Or actually, a 4 hour chunk it'd be, but at 12 minutes each, roughly. I mean, that's very broad. Like, it's not exact, but
yeah, about 25% of what goes on is useful.
yeah. We got a time where we're just sitting there rambling on, or the phone's ringing, and then I just edit that whole part out.
I always forget to take that stupid phone down.
Yeah, well, that's what I do too.
It's weird to me that the phone rings as often as it does. Like it's constant.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain to you where to go at this point. I remember that.
I remember.
No, you go in the building. Where? Behind the building? No, in the building. Now go downstairs.
This is where I remember that. Oh, I don't have my running shoes or whatever they are. Like, oh, hey, Loots Magoots.
Yeah, that's why I sent you down here.
Like, there's a pot here. Must be stuff in it. In this room of treasure chests. I'm sure they put stuff in pots too.
Well, why wouldn't you? You gotta carry it there somehow.
Oh, running shoes. Wall ring.
Walrus?
Yes.
There you go. You got the flame saber out of the stove. And there's one more item.
The flame sabre? Yes.
Yeah, you looted it up, man. And in the next episode, we'll see how he puts that loot to work. So, thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Later.
Yeah, it's all about location, location, location. That's how you turn into an adult toy.